Yo, what's good? So you probably heard Daniel Bryan announce his retirement on Twitter, and the tweet read, "Due to medical reasons, effective immediately, I am announcing my retirement tonight on Raw. I'll have a chance to elaborate." And the whole night, yes, they knew Daniel Bryan was gonna announce his retirement. There was video package with highlights of his career when they hijacked Raw, him at WrestleMania, and other great moments of his career. And then he comes out at the end of Raw, gives about a 30-minute speech, and it was really good. It was really heartfelt. He was thanking the fans. He made a few jokes. They were chanting, "Yes, yes." And he said, "Bree tells me that all the time." And then the crowd started chanting, "That's what she said." So it was a good moment for wrestling, and pretty sad moment for all his fans and the wrestling industry. He's one of the hottest superstars of the last few years, and I know, and I think it was on NoDQ.com's Twitter, YouTube page, that I don't think he's a draw, but I'm gonna have to correct myself. Yes, he was a draw, because fans would go on just to see him on Raws. He was the only reason to watch Raw. He headlined the WrestleMania. The story of WrestleMania 30 revolved around Daniel Bryan. And I apologize to that. I don't remember who corrected me on that, but I apologize for whoever saw that comment. Daniel Bryan was a draw. He is one of the biggest draws in the last 5 years. He got huge pops. Raw revolved around him. And though I'm not a huge Daniel Bryan fan, and I'll admit that, I do recognize him as a really good wrestler. Not great on the mic, but okay. But he just had it. He's the lightning in the bottle. He just struck something with the fans. And for me, yes, he did have good matches. Yes, he made shit into sugar. He made bad storylines turn entertaining. His storylines with Big Show, his storylines with Sheamus. He made that 18-second loss at WrestleMania. He made that work to his advantage. And he got popular after that. They were trying to bury him, but he wouldn't allow it. The fans wouldn't allow it. That's how much they love Daniel Bryan. That's how much they cared for this man, and that's how much they wanted him to succeed. This 5'8", 190-pound guy with long hair and a giant beard, he got over. The fans loved him. And at WrestleMania 30, he beat Batista. No, first he beat Triple H one-on-one. He made him tap. Then he beat Randy Orton and Batista on the same night. Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista. He made Batista tap in the main event of WrestleMania 30. So for me, that will always be overshadowed by Undertaker losing a streak. That's why I don't hold that in such a great light, because I was just so pissed at Undertaker losing. But that was a great moment for him and his fans. And honestly, he deserved it. And I'm not going to take away anything from his career or that great accomplishment. He was undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion. What a great moment for the little guys, for the indie wrestlers, for the guys with great work rates, for the guys that knew all their holds, the guys that always wanted to be a professional wrestler. And I'm actually glad Daniel Bryan is retired. Not because I'm not that huge of a fan of him. I enjoyed watching him fight. I enjoyed his matches. I enjoyed his promos. I enjoyed chanting, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." And for those that know me, for those that I hung out with during 2012, 2013, 2014, know how much I would chant that and how annoying it got. My favorite Daniel Bryan moment was when it isn't any of his matches, even though he had some good matches. Probably my favorite matches with him against CM Punk. I love those matches, and his 2 out of 3 falls at Extreme Rules against Sheamus. Those were my favorite matches. Don't crucify me for that. Oh, this match was so much. That's my opinion, and I enjoyed those matches the most. But my favorite Daniel Bryan moment was when he barely started the yes chants, and that had just gotten over so much with the fans, and he was a heel. He was a heel chanting, yes, yes, yes. And WWE didn't want him to go over so much that they made him chanting no. So there was a yes, no, yes, no. But WWE couldn't do anything except get him off TV for him not to be over. As long as Daniel Bryan was on TV, the fans would start chanting his name. They would start chanting yes because they wanted to see him because he connected with us. And my favorite moment, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little carried away, but this is a big moment. This is a big moment. I'm actually realizing, I'm acknowledging how big Daniel Bryan is and how much he has meant for the wrestling business in the last few years. So, yeah, my favorite Daniel Bryan moment is when the yes chant barely started and he was talking to Kofi Kingston in the back. And Kofi, he was trying to talk to him, and Daniel Bryan, the heel that he was at that time, he just, yes, 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 yes. And Kofi's like, yeah, but yes, yes. That is my favorite moment in Daniel Bryan's career for me. But he did, it's an indie darling, that story. He's a Cinderella story. That guy coming up from ROH had wrestled CM Punk, had wrestled AJ Styles, I believe, had wrestled Samoa Joe, had wrestled all these indie guys. And he was never supposed to be there. He was never supposed to be the top guy. But he was a top guy because the fans wanted him. That's the ultimate, man. When no one believes in you, but the fans believe in you. And yes, it's unfortunate that Daniel Bryan is retired, but it's a good thing. Especially him talking about all the injuries he's had. And he said he was cleared, but he's like, I've had so many concussions in my career. He said in the first 5 months of his wrestling career, he got 3 concussions. And he got a concussion every now and then as well. So wrestling is a serious business. It's a serious sport. It's a sport. No matter what you want to say, it's fake, whatever. It's a dangerous sport, and everyone that gets in it knows the consequences. Daniel Bryan said, wrestling doesn't owe anybody anything. WWE doesn't owe anybody anything. Nobody owes us anything. But he gave the gratitude to all the fans, and he said, we got to end this with the yes chant. And everybody started chanting yes. And there was not a better way to do this than in his hometown of Seattle. I just wish that they had the whole thing on TV. They should have made this an hour long with all superstars coming out. No, hey, we're gonna continue this on the WWE Network, and that's when all the superstars come out. And I just wish they had not put one of these crappy matches on Raw, because Raw sucks. But I don't want to complain on Raw. This is a tribute to Daniel Bryan. But I just wish I could have seen all that, everybody paying tribute to Daniel Bryan. I don't know who might come out. Maybe John Cena comes out, pays his tribute. But Daniel Bryan, one of the guys that beat John Cena clean in the last few years. Daniel Bryan beat John Cena clean to win his first WWE title. That's how freaking over he was. That's how much he meant to wrestling fans. And we don't want to see him go. Nobody wants to see Daniel Bryan go. But, I mean, you only have one body. So, I congratulate Daniel Bryan. Thank you for all you've done for the fans. Thank you for having a great wrestling career. And it's great to go out on top. And I will end this with, yes, 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 yes.